see what happens. I wondered if he was around and wanted to chat. So I thought I'll sit here a few minutes. I'm not totally sure which channel I'm logged in on. I think it's Rene Apra with my van dwelling people. Hi! So, I haven't been in my van. I'm just going to talk until someone shows up. I haven't been dwelling in my van, but I have been working in my van. Does that count? Van working? It's like a private spot where I can go and hang out and make videos. It's a little, a portable place to do this. Whether or not I'm dwelling here, I'm definitely hanging out. We need a new hashtag. Van hanging out, or hashtag working your van, or hashtag van working, or hashtag do whatever you want van. I don't know. I'm just talking. But I haven't noticed this. This is interesting. I've noticed several people that do encouraging so it's not that unusual, guys. I keep looking at my hair. It's like a portrait version of the last video that I did. Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of cool. So when you're working in your car, you can go wherever you want to be and work. You have the windows you can raise up and down. You can talk to people on YouTube. You can talk to people on Facebook or Instagram. You can talk to people all over the world. It's amazing. See, I love that word because Jake Ducey uses it. He really gets into your head with that. His hypnosis really gets into your head, so that's a good thing. Okay, I'll try to find a topic to stay on. So yeah, I was making a couple videos, and I did some for my Facebook groups. The advertising groups. I don't think I've really done any for advertising before. I was working on Instagram, posting some messages to people to do interviews. I think I mentioned, or may not have mentioned it, where I added a Facebook group for the Talk Back with Rene, called Talk Back with Rene. See, someone might have joined me. If you're there, say something. I'm just sitting here in my car talking. It's one of those days. I like working in my car on my phone. You can go somewhere and sit in the shade. There's not a lot of overhead. You can eat and drink and watch videos. Oh my God, I think it's the perfect thing. Portable workspace. I've been in a workspace that was not much bigger than this at one time. Oh my gosh, somebody is smoking something. Oh my gosh. Hi, Florence. I'm glad you decided to join us. That's awesome. So I'm sitting here working in my car. I don't know if you saw the beginning of it. There was a breeze just now, and someone is somewhere. Do what you gotta do, guys. Interesting. So yeah, if you have any questions for me, just post them. I'm open to talk about things. If you never met me before on YouTube, I have various channels for various topics. I like talking about consciousness. I like eating healthy. I like talking about probably anything but politics and religion, because I'm more on the spiritual side of all that. So feel free to post a comment. Hope I don't get too high smelling this. Wow. So yeah, just sitting here and chatting. I haven't been in this area very much. not that I'm really just not in this area a lot. I usually am on a different street, different parts of town. So I haven't been here very often. This isn't a very sunny day. You can kind of see the clouds. But it's okay. It's not raining. You know what? Rain is okay too. It's been very warm here in Texas. So a cloudy day is probably what everyone has been wishing for. I came to Texas because I was looking for a bit of sun and to hang out with the relatives for a while. So I've been here and it's really close to time to move back to the Pacific Northwest. If anyone's from the Pacific Northwest, say hi. I know it's probably already raining there. I was there. Well, you know what? Maybe not. I think it rains more at in the early parts of the year. I know they say from around June to September maybe, or October, it's fairly moderate. Last year I left around October. So yeah, I missed the ocean. Oh, we had a new Oh, yes. Yeah, Florence, my connection here is very iffy. I hope you can hear some of what I have to say. I saw that. It was because the phone was ringing, though. If it wasn't buffering before then we're doing really well. So, yeah, just sitting here. And if you're interested in the law of attraction, we could talk about that. That's been on my mind a lot recently. I ended up listening to this guy, Bentenio. He's on YouTube. A friend of mine in Beham up in the Pacific Northwest introduced me to him. He's a young guy, very knowledgeable about the things of the universe. And I started listening to him recently again. And before that, who's got this kind of way. I kind of like the long-haired guys. He's got a way about him that is really kind of cool. I think he's in Hawaii. I should mention him to my brother who's taken off for Hawaii. So, and before that, let's see. Oh, there's a Facebook group called Quantum Consciousness. And they have a young man there that talks a lot about how to work with the law of attraction. His name is Mark Houghton. He's on YouTube. So it's kind of a mix. I started out recently with Esther Hicks, if you've heard about her, and Abraham. Kind of moved away from that. Some of the other information is a little more specific, but I like to mix it up. I'm not really one to stay with someone for long periods of time because I figure I'll come back. I let it all kind of resonate and soak in with me. But if you haven't heard of the law of attraction, it's kind of based on things in the 105 laws of the universe. And basically it says that energy attracts whatever you're experiencing is based on your energy. What you're putting out into the universe is mirrored back to you and your circumstances. So it's kind of cool. It kind of gives you that feeling of empowerment that you can move your situation from where it is now to where you want it to be. And my mindset training is also based on that. Wherever you are, then you can work toward your goal of where you want to be. So yeah, so it's kind of cool. You know, I'm still learning the little nuances that go with it. I think it's important to get rid of your blocks first, because otherwise it's just a little harder once you start doing something new if you haven't gotten rid of the old things. It's kind of like bringing in a new refrigerator to your house. You know, so like you need to remove the old refrigerator to make room for the new one. And maybe that's a weird example, but for some reason that's what came to me. But yeah, so it's very kind of detailed though, because it kind of goes partially into our history as a human race. I kind of like to give a little information on that because it's important to know versions of how we even came about. You know, not something they actually cover in school. They do cells and DNA like in biology. Hi from Russia. Oh, thank you for stopping by. That's cool. Am I buffering again? Oh, I'm sorry if I'm buffering. This my internet is kind of, it's on the period where it's a little iffy right now. It comes and goes. Sorry. So yeah, it's interesting because it's good to know how our human race started out. Again, put topics if you have things that you're thinking about what comes to mind. There's a lot of theories about humanity and how it came about. You know, it tends to come up in religion, and that's not really the route that I go. But yeah, it's interesting to know that there are options of things to believe. I mean, I believe in options. I believe people should believe what they want to believe. And then they decide how much it really resonates. You know, we actually live our life based on beliefs. And we don't even realize how much it's not even just religion. It's like little things in your everyday life that are really very important. And it turns out a lot of those are just beliefs. Kind of crazy, right? You know, there's a lot to know. And I feel like I've tried to learn a lot of it in the last few years. That's why I say pick a topic and we'll go from there. Because I can go from different angles. Hi guys, if you're there, be nice to know who you are. Right now we're talking a little about hidden histories and consciousness. I'm going to give you some references if you're interested to check out on the internet right now. There is some videos called The History of Mankind by the Destiny Group. If you're interested in things that seem fringe-like, this is a great way to start. Because I don't know how I ran across it. It was kind of fun. It's a woman and she's kind of channeling a male entity. So again, it might start out being kind of like, oh my gosh, what's going on? But it gets kind of fun. And the information, if you check it out, it checks out. It'll lead you down an interesting path, that is for sure. If you've never heard of the Wingmakers, or if you've never heard of the Anunnaki, or Inky and Anil, or Marduk, yeah, those guys come into play, and you'll be opened up to a whole new world. I like to research things, and wow, mind blown. So it was fun. And again, these things all show up in various other places online, and I'm sure even offline at this point. It's been about, wow, maybe 4 or 5 years since I hit that set of videos. And before that, I mean, I would have not been open to it had I not seen something similar. So there was a book that I read called, oh my gosh, I don't never remember the name of it, but it was by Bob Frizzle. And he goes over a version. Hi to new people, be sure and put in your name so I can say hello to you. He actually does an interesting route of history. I kind of believe his version is a variety because it just covers such a range of the Egyptians and who they are. And if you've ever seen something called the Flower of Life, he covers that. He covers a little about the Anunnaki, and he just like, you know, he goes for it. But my favorite book is actually The Four Agreements. It's a very simplistic book to me, but it talks about the agreements we made before coming into this human vessel, things that we won't remember until we're reading it. And so your mind again starts to expand. And I'm all about expanding your mind, because anytime a person, a human vessel, a person, expands their mind, it actually opens up the universe for other people. And so we help each other out by learning more. And I think that is just amazing that we're so connected to one another and we don't even realize it. All of these feelings and emotions that we have around people, you might meet someone and you're just like totally like, oh gosh, this person, something is off. And you might not think of it that way, but they may come at you in a way that seems off. And it's because of this energy. And because we are not taught about energy in school, we just like don't like them, you know? So it's something that we need to know about energies and frequencies. That is what we're all about. And we may not realize it, but it's very important. I guess Tesla talked about how our universe is created with energies and frequencies, and how that is something we need to be learning at a primary level, like from young. Sure how long it's going to take to upload this version, almost 20 minutes, but I might come back later. Thanks for everybody that stopped by, and for those who will see this in the future. Have a great day. Not sure how to end this. Okay.